the lost child. The title of this story itself, if you see, the lost child, we are all lost children, right? We are all lost children. Okay, we are all lost children. We are searching for a right way, in a way. See, the whole story itself, you will come to know. When we end the story, we will come to know it is related. Yeah, we are all, why do we learn? Why do we acquire knowledge? Go on the right path, right? Hmm? We have to go on the right path. So all on a, we are all on a wrong path. We are all on the wrong path. And the teachers and gurus and all these people, educationists and all, they are trying to show us the right path. And we try to travel on the right path, right? So this, the whole story itself is somewhat, uh, what do you say, philosophical. Okay. You will be able to compare the life of this child, small child, with yourself, and you will be able to compare it and contrast it with your life itself. Everyone's life is the same. Okay. Hmm? You will come to know about it when we start, when we are finishing this lesson. Okay. So dive into the lesson straight away. So here it is. I'll
Sir,
just yes, Sia.
sir, would you please say the name of word meaning of gaily,
Gaily, happily.
gaily
Okay,
clad humanity?
happily clad, happiness. Okay, happiness.
O-
There was
Okay, sir.
happiness on their faces. Okay, gaily
Okay.
means happily.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay, Sia.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, most welcome. I like I like it when you people arise or come up with questions. Nice. Interactive classes. That is very good. Nah? Huh? Okay. So the full quorum is not here. It's only 68 of them right now. So let's start. I'm already presenting. You will be able to see in your on your screens the class, the chapter. Okay. And here we already came to know how the child, along with his father and mother, comes out of their house, and they are going to a fair, in a village fair. It's a village fair. Okay. And it is the season of spring. And during the spring season, after the autumn comes spring season, and in the spring season, people are getting out of their houses and enjoying themselves, basking in the sunshine. Okay. And this is the time when all the plants and crops come in full bloom. Okay. So this is a season of happiness. Happiness was all around. ചുറ്റുവട്ടവും സന്തോഷം കൊണ്ട് നിറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന കാഴ്ചകളാണ്. പൂക്കൾ വിരിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നു, നല്ല സൂര്യപ്രകാശം, മരങ്ങൾ, നല്ല കാറ്റ്. Such a beautiful season it is. Yes, spring season is such a beautiful season because after a year of turmoil, the fruit of that turmoil comes in the spring season. That is why people are so happy, right? But nowadays, seasons are changing, and because of certain things that we human beings did, right? So it happens. This is like circle of life. It is called. Okay, it's the cycle. It happens. Everyone was happy, even the humanity. That is why the author used the word gaily clad humanity is. Okay, beautifully or happily adorning their happiness all around, showing that happiness in the even in the clothes that they were wearing. Okay, that is why the author was saying gaily clad humanity. Okay, happiness was all around. It was evident on their faces, it was evident on their bodies, it was evident in the atmosphere itself. Okay, from that gaily clad humanity, we were shown. Okay, from a group of people, we were our concentration was brought to one single child by the author. When he introduces the child, was really brimming with happiness, was overflowing with happiness. He was having the time of his life. He was running around between the legs of his father. His concentration was not at all sticking onto one thing. It was skipping from one thing to the other. He was looking at the toys in the stalls that were lining up, brimming with overflowing. Okay, brimming means overflowing. What is the brim? Yesterday I showed you the picture of a glass, right? Filled with water to the edge. That is called brim. Edge, brim. Okay. Brimming means overflowing. Okay. When the water spills over that edge, it's called brimming. Okay. Brimming with happiness, overflowing with happiness. And his attention was jumping from one thing to the other. Okay. And he wanted some toys. He knew in his mind that his parents were very strict. They won't buy him anything. Whatever he asked, they won't buy. So yeah, bright, bright, bright means it can be a synonym for happiness, right? Bright, which means same as happiness. When you are dull, you cannot be bright. When you are sad, you cannot be bright, right? Same way. So happiness, gaily clad humanity, brightly or happily clad humanity. Got? Okay. So here, this child, when he wanted the toys, he asked his father if he could get the toys, but the father, who was just like a tyrant, okay, well, who's a tyrant? I told you who a tyrant is, right? Huh? A person who wants his rules to be followed by the others. Okay, tyrant. So he was just like a tyrant. He looked at him with red eyes and as if saying, no, I won't buy you anything at all. Come
Sir, would
with
you
me.
please say once more?
Tyrant. Person who, tyrant, no? Tyrant is a person who wants to follow his set of rules. Okay. A person who wants to wants others to follow his set of rules is called a tyrant. Okay. So in a tyrant's way, he looks at the child, and the child, he knows in his mind that his parents won't buy him all the things that he asks. So he comes and they call him, come child, come. And he lags behind every time because he is looking at certain things. And then his mother tells him to look forward, to see what is in front of him. And when he looks, he finds the mustard field in full bloom. Okay, so the mustard flowers are in yellow color. So it was as if some golden carpet has been laid upon the given land. It was just like that. The flowers were in full bloom, and all the insects were coming out of their hiding places because it was a very beautiful day. It was that time of the season when people and animals all alike come out of their hiding places and enjoy the bright sun. Okay, so happiness was all around. Child ran behind the dragonflies, and then suddenly he saw insects and worms coming out of their hiding places. Then he went behind them. Then suddenly his mother calls him, come, child, come on to the footpath. Don't wander off. Don't go away far. Don't go all alone. Come with us. And then he comes back to reality where his parents were. He ran towards his parents gaily and walked abreast of them. Happily, he again came back to his parents, and then he started walking in front of them. It's like that, right? Children are always like that. You cannot contain the curiosity and happiness of a child. You cannot strap it inside something. You cannot hold it inside something. It will always brim over. It will always overflow. Okay. We are adults. We are growing up. So we have experienced a lot of things. And with these experiences comes certain restrictions in our lives. We bring certain restrictions in our lives. So we curtail some of our emotions. But children are not so. Their emotions cannot be curtailed, cannot be held in one place. It will spill over. Okay. So this child also was the same. He was going from one place to the other. He was skipping, and his attention was not sticking to one place. It was heaven. Okay. It was halabula over here. Okay. He ran towards his parents gaily and walked abreast of them for a while, being, however, soon left behind. Okay. Soon left behind, attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out from their hiding place to enjoy the sunshine. It was coming out together. Everything was coming out together in order to enjoy the sunshine. Come, child, come, his parents called from the shade of a grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. He ran towards them. A collection of trees, grove, okay. Mangrove, we say it, together, teeming together, okay. Teeming, it means together, teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. And at the time that the child was inspecting the insects and worms, the parents had already seated themselves at the edge of a well because they had been walking for some time because they were coming from a far place. They had been walking, and the author has already told us how people were trying to reach the fair, the village fair. Some of them were walking, some of them rode animals like horses, some of them were riding the bullock carts, and all the other. Some of them were carried on bamboo makeshift chairs. Okay, all these things were used for people to travel. The transportation techniques were different from the present age. Okay, so these people were coming through different means, and they were walking for some time, and so they decided to rest for some time, and they were sitting at the edge of a well under a grove. Yes, so the banyan grove, and what is groove? Groove, not groove. Groove is different word, and grove is different word. Grove, Grove, is a collection of trees. Yes, a collection of trees. It is. Grove, കാട് എന്ന് പറയില്ലേ നമ്മള് ഒരേ ട്രീനെ തന്നെയായിരിക്കും, same tree. It will be the same tree. Okay. No, 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 not any trees. Like a mangrove is mangroves. Have you heard? Top we'll call it. No, in Tamil, we call it top. Like what you say in Malayalam, I don't know. Yeah,
Card.
isn't it? Huh?
Yeah,
Card, we cannot call it. It's like
in Tamil saying.
topu means it's like manga
Yeah,
mango trees will be.
full
Ah,
mango tree.
yes, full of mango trees only. Only mango trees will be there in that topu, right? Huh? Like over here, we find all coconut trees. Coconut trees will be there. Okay. Totem we call it, no? Totem. Just like that. Okay. So grove means only that banyan trees will be there. Only banyan trees will be there. Tengundopu, yes. Tengundopu. Just like that. Okay. Topu, we call it. So grove is Grove is totem. Okay. Groove, Groove is moves. Okay. Movements. Vaadatopu, yes. Vaadatopu. Grove and groove is totally different words. Okay. So you have to be very careful. Huh? They are totally different words. So you have to be very careful when you write the answer. Don't write grew for grow and grow for grew. Okay. Maundopu. Maundopu is are all the same. So over here it is banyan grove. So they already sat. They were already sitting under a grove, a shade of a banyan tree on a well. Okay, and they have placed themselves on the well. So from there, the parents said, "Come, child, come," again to the child who has gone wandering off to see the insects coming out of their hiding places. He ran towards them. A shower of young flowers fell upon the child as he entered the grove. And forgetting his parents, again, his attention started wavering from what he was about to do. So he was planning to go to his parents. Suddenly, when he entered the grove, a bunch of flowers fell from the top on him. And again, he forgot about his parents. He began to gather the raining petals in his hands. But lo, he heard the cooing of doves and ran towards his parents, shouting, "The dove! The dove!" The raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. So, see how his attention is skipping from one place to the other. Okay, he is not sticking on to one thing at all. So he was planning to go towards his parents. Suddenly, the flowers fell on him, and then he was trying to gather all the petals that were falling from the tree. Okay, and suddenly, when he was collecting the petals, he heard the sound of the pigeons, the dove. Okay, he heard the sound cooing, COOING. That is the sounds that the doves make. How does a pigeon cry? Mrr, mrr, like that, right? So suddenly he heard the sound cooing of the doves, and he started shouting to his parents, "The dove, the dove, bravo, bravo!" Cooing means the crying of the doves. Okay, the raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. So he forgot about the petals. Forgot about his parents. He forgot about the flowers. He forgot about the petals, and now he was concentrated on the cooing of the doves. Okay, he is running behind the doves. "Come, child, come!" Again, the cautionary call from the parents called to the child who had now gone running in wild capers round the banyan tree, and gathering him up, they took the narrow, winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard fields. Okay, so come, child, come. Yes, come, child, come. Mane, inga va. That is what they were saying. Come, child, come. He had gone running around the banyan tree just like capers. That was what I was going to say. Wild capers. Wild capers എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്? വള്ളിച്ചെടി ഇല്ലേ? വള്ളിച്ചെടി. അതെങ്ങനെയാണ് മരത്തിന്റെ മുകളിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ചുറ്റുന്നത്? എങ്ങനെ സ്പൈറൽ ആയിട്ടായിരിക്കും. റൈറ്റ്? Just like a spiral staircase that goes up. Just like that, these capers also go round the tree. Right? Huh? Yes. Same way, this child was running around this banyan tree just like a wild caper. Okay, wild capers. It doesn't have any aim at all. These wild capers, they will grow anywhere. Money plant and all, if you tame it, if you want it to go in one specific way, we can, right? But wild capers, we are not giving them any goal or any point. ചുമ്മാ കറങ്ങുക ചുമ്മാ കറങ്ങി അടിക്കുക. He was running here and there because he had heard the cooing of the doves. So he was just like that. He was running around. Okay, finding footpath. So they both, the parents lost their coolness and everything, and they went behind the child and picking him up. That is what gathering him, gathering. Gathering. What is the meaning of picking and gathering? Difference between picking and gathering. Picking means from one place, one specific place. We will be picking one thing. Pick one pencil. Pick one pencil. Pick one pencil. We know where the pencil is lying, right? We will pick it from there. But gathering is, it is here and there. We will have to collect it from here and there, right? Just like that, this boy had to be collected from here and there because he was running around. Okay. Hmm? So he had to be gathered instead of pick. They had to gather him. Okay. അതെ വിളിച്ചു കൂട്ടുക. Okay. And they had to gather him from the banyan tree, from around the banyan tree, and they took the narrow, winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard fields. Climber, it is somewhat a climber. Okay, now, now it is the, let's see what is going to happen. Okay, so he had to be gathered from the place and they made to the fair. As they neared the village, the child could see many other footpaths full of throngs. So all roads lead to Rome എന്നൊരു proverb ഉണ്ട്. Have you heard about it? All roads lead to Rome. No, you haven't heard. Okay. It's like whatever path you take, whatever decision you take, you will end up in one place. Okay. It is used in certain places. All road leads to Rome. Okay. Because Rome was built in such a way that every road, every big road and narrow roads or alleys or subways or anything, whatever route you take, it will always lead to Rome. Okay. The center of Rome. It was built in such a way. Okay. The road not taken. Whatever road you take, you will reach only one place. Okay. So here also, there were several narrow footpaths and lots of footpaths. One footpath led to another, and that led to another. Whatever footpath they took, it all came to one place, and that was the center of the village. Okay. Center point. You can call it as center point. Okay. So here, this fair was situated in such a place where every road and every footpath was leading to it. Okay, as they neared the village, the child could see many other footpaths full of throngs. What is meant by throngs over here? Humanity or humans, people were walking. Okay, converging to the whirlpool of the fair, and felt at once repelled and fascinated by the confusion of the world he was entering. So this boy was having a little bit of repulsion now. Okay, now he's having a little bit of what do you say? A little bit of frightening situation was for him now. Okay, Karam, when he started to see a lot of people, he wasn't expecting such huge people over there. So when he started seeing a lot of people, and he started to feel a little bit of afraid. Okay, he started feeling a little bit afraid, and he was also fascinated. Okay, he was also fascinated by the confusion of the world he was entering, because he was going to enter a mela, a ulsava, a fair that was in the dead middle of the village. Yes, quite simple. Yes, quite simple. A sweet meat seller, hogged. These were the things that he was seeing in the fair. Okay. Huh? These are the things that he was seeing in the fair. A sweet meat seller, hogged. Gulab jamun, rasagulla, barfi, jalebi. So he was selling all these things. Hogged. What is meant by hogged? HAWK. What is meant by hog? Huh? Hello? Where are everyone? Alaruga. Hawk. 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 What is hawk? Another word for eagle. Another species of eagle. Hawk. Hawkeye. Avengers fans. No Avengers fans over here. Huh? Hawkeye. Why is he called Hawkeye? His eyes were very sharp. Yes, his eyes were very sharp. He could shoot arrows with precision. That's why he was called Hawkeye. He had a very sharp eye. Hawks can see very small things from up above the sky, right? Eagles, they have very good vision. Hawkers over here, but hawker is totally different. It's a totally different word, hawker. A street hawker means a person who sells things on the street. He will not be having an establishment, just like a very good building or anything. Makeshift it will be. Okay. Hawker, it is called. Street hawker means a person who sells things on the street. His business will be mobile. Okay, he will be always moving from one place to the other. Here, it was a sweet meat seller. What is a sweet meat? നല്ല മധുരമുള്ള ഇറച്ചി എന്നാണോ അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം? No. നമ്മളിവിടെ ബേക്കറി എന്ന് പറയത്തില്ലേ? We call them bakers. But over there, mithai wala. In North India, it is called mithai wala. Mithai wala. That is, they only sell sweets. And what all condiments or assortments were his speciality? It was gulab jamun. Have you seen gulab jamun, anyone? So I'll be showing you gulab jamun once again. Who's that? Ramya Sajan, who's that baby crying? Okay. Okay. So here it is, the gulab jamun. Can you see it? Can you see it right now on your screens? Gulab
Yes,
jamun.
sir.
Yes. That is gulab jamun. Okay. Huh? That is gulab jamun right there on your screen. Then what else did he? What is the difference between a gulab jamun and rasagulla? Hey, who's that? Who's switching on their microphone? Okay, gulab jamun. There was gulab jamun, and then there is rasagulla. Gulab jamun and rasagulla is different. Okay, they are both different things, and I'll show you rasagulla also. Don't worry. This is how a rasagulla is. Okay, once again, I will show you a rasagulla also if you want to see it. Okay, and this is a rasagulla. Once again, let me take it out. I have a rasagulla somewhere here. Okay, right. This is rasagulla. Okay. Yeah, here it is. This is a rasagulla. So now what is the difference? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
One is white in color and the other one is gray, a little bit brownish in color, right? So that is the difference between a rasagulla and a gulab jamun. But both of them are made in a similar way. The base is similar. That is, the liquid is similar. But the thing that is the rasagulla will melt in your mouth. The other one is a little bit hard. You will have to bite it and eat it. Okay. Both, no, different. They taste different. Okay. Both of them are made with milk, byproduct of milk. Okay, but in gulab jamun, there is some other things added. Okay, and rasagulla is purely made with byproduct of milk. Okay, then there is jalebi. That is very familiar for us, right? We are all familiar with jalebi. Here it is, jalebi. I'll show you 1 second. Where is it? This is jalebi. Can you see it, all of you? Jalebi. Okay. This is jalebi. We are all familiar with jalebi. And then there was another thing, a different one. Burfi. What is a burfi, by the way? I think here it is. The burfi. I think here it is. Here. This is a burfi. Okay. This time. അല്ലേ ഈ സമയത്ത് ഇതൊക്കെ കാണിച്ചിങ്ങനെ കൊതിപ്പിക്കല്ലേ. I also didn't eat anything. No, so for me also it's a problem, right? So this is a burfi. Okay, all these things are being sold by the sweet meat hawker. Okay, and he was calling it out: gulab jamun, rasagulla, barfi, jalebi. All these things were being sold by the sweet meat hawker. Got it? So I wanted to buy all these things and show it over you, but what to do? Because of the situation we are right now here. Okay, so all these things were being sold by the sweet meat hawker. Okay, jalebi, gulab jamun, rasagulla, and barfi. And obviously, you people were really, you are all hungry, and you were really attracted towards all these things, right? At the corner of the entrance, and a crowd pressed round his counter at the foot of an architecture of many colored sweets decorated with leaves of silver and gold. Okay, so this hawker, he was perched near the entrance of the fair, and lots of people were thronging towards his shop in order to buy sweets from him. Okay, and there was a architecture, so he has arranged this just like an architect builds his building, just like that, he had made a architecture, or he has made a building with his feet. Yes, that came. So he has made a monument with his sweets, with burfis and gulab jamuns and jalebi and everything. He has made the architecture, and many people who were coming to the fair was coming to his shop in order to buy these things. And this child stared open-eyed, and his mouth watered for the burfi that was his favorite sweet. Poor child. ആരായാലും അല്ലേ? ഒന്ന് ആലോചിച്ച്, you just think we are going for a fair, we are going to a what do you say, പൂരം or പെരുന്നാളിന് നമ്മൾ പോവാണ്. അവിടെ നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു സംഭവം കാണുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അത് നല്ല ഫ്രഷ് ആയിട്ട് ഓൺ ദ സ്പോട്ട് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ബീങ് മെയ്ഡ്. Okay, fresh. That mesmerizing smell is taking us towards it. നമ്മൾ എന്തായാലും വാങ്ങിപ്പോകും അല്ലേ, 2 കഷ്ണം. We will be made. Yes, someone is coming now. Who's that? My goodness me, MA Media Works. Who's that, MA Media Works? Who's coming late? Yeah, no problem. Listen. So this boy, this child, stared open-eyed. His eyes were wide open, and his mouth was this, right? And mouth watered for the burfi. He was very fascinated. He was fascinated. Huh? Yes, that is for sure, right? That is for sure. But they would allow some things. So his favorite sweet was burfi, and he wanted that burfi. I want that burfi, he said. He slowly murmured, "Mellene." He was greedy. Without waiting for an answer, he moved on. Okay. So he already knew the answer. He already knew what his parents would tell him. Okay. He already knew what his parents would tell him. They will not buy him all the things that he demanded. Okay. He wanted the burfi. His favorite was the burfi itself. He wanted to eat the burfi. He wanted to have that feel of that burfi in his hand when he saw this all these things. So he slowly said, "I want that burfi." And but he half knew when he said, "I want that burfi." He half knew as he begged that his plea would not be heeded. His request will not be heard by his parents because his parents would say he was greedy. You are greedy, boy. When you ask for burfi, you are greedy because he might be having a lot of kith and kin. He might be having a lot of relatives at home who was not allowed to come along for the fair. And if he gets a burfi, it will be greediness on his part. Think of that. Parents use a lot of excuses. Okay. So without waiting for an answer, he moved on. He went to the next part. Again, another person, another street seller, another person was selling something else. A flower seller hogged a garland of gulmohar. A garland of gulmohar. What is a gulmohar? Huh? What is a gulmohar, by the way? So I am going to show you what a gulmohar is. Okay. Once again, let me take it. What a gulmohar is, I will show you. So here it is. No. It's nothing to eat. Nothing related to eating. Okay. It's a plant. It's a tree. This is a gulmohar. This is a gulmohar tree. You might have seen this over here also. Red colored flower. Beautiful flower. Okay. It's a gulmohar. We call it gulmohar. Okay. And when it blooms, the whole tree is covered with red color. Okay. You might have seen this, right? So they make garlands, which means mala, out of gulmohar flowers. Okay. Out of gulmohar flowers, they make a mala. That is a flower garland. Okay. So a person was making a gulmohar flower garland, and he was screaming at the top of his voice. That is gulmohar. Hi, Deepakan, coming right now. Yes, very good. Is it Anubinoy? I think then that is gulmohar, I think. Okay. So he was selling gulmohar again. So the child also was fascinated towards gulmohar. A flower seller, he was hawking at the top of his voice. Garland of Gulmohar, a garland of Gulmohar. The child seemed irresistibly drawn because of the color of the flower, red in color. So he was irresistibly drawn towards it. He cannot resist the power of that color. Okay, Gulmohur it is over here, Gulmohar. Okay, he went towards the basket where the flowers lay heaped and half murmured, "I want that garland. എനിക്ക് ആ മാല വേണം." But he well knew his parents would refuse to buy him those flowers because they would say that they were cheap. Parents make very different excuses, right? അത് ചീപ്പാണ്, അതൊന്നും ഒന്നിനും കൊള്ളത്തില്ല. നിനക്ക് എന്തിനാണത്? നിനക്ക് അതിനെ കൊണ്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാനാണ്? Without wasting or waiting for an answer, he moved on. Okay. So he was being attracted by the scenes that he was seeing in the fair. He was being attracted by different scenes that he was seeing in the fair. So two things now already finished. One was the sweet meat seller, and the second was the flower hawker. We'll stop it right there, and then we'll continue in the next class. That is tomorrow. By tomorrow, we will finish this lesson. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you very much, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
It was really nice. Okay, bye. Take
Thank you,
care.
sir.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
bye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Take care. Have your lunch. Okay, take your lunch, all of you.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
And
Okay.
sorry for making all your mouths water by the scenes. Okay. Go and have your lunch, all of you.